to BTK, episode 3.
What's good?
So, can't stop, won't stop.
Nope.
Take that.
Forgot about that song.
Get that Ella song. You remember Diddy, man? Diddy had to be in all your videos, man. If you was his artist, he was like, "Hey, man,
bro.
you know I got to dance in your shit, right?"
Remember that Diddy jig, that dance he be doing?
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
I did it as soon as I said take that.
Hey. See, this is why we need to get cams, B. This is shit that needs to be recorded, man.
Oh, shit.
Funny. And how many times did he change his name?
Yeah, I don't know. Papa Diddy, Puff Daddy.
I remember Sean Combs.
Sean Combs. Yeah, isn't he Sean Combs now again?
He changed his name so many times you almost forget what his original name was.
You know what, man? I'm going back to my old name.
I actually don't know if Sean Combs is actually his real name. He probably had a previous name before that.
I think it is. I kind of miss those shows, man. Those Making the Band shows. He was shutting down the studio every fucking week, and them motherfuckers was just fighting for no reason.
Dude,
Yeah, man.
I was thinking of that show like the one where P. Diddy ran or whatever. I was thinking about that the other day, this past week. I was remembering the episode where some dude like went into his fridge and ate something, and he got pissed off. He got heated. Like, who ate my motherfucking cheesecake or something like that? Whoever ate my motherfucking cheesecake is, he was pissed off.
Yeah, like this nigga ain't got a cheesecake. You got a whole damn factory. You worry about the damn cheesecake.
He was saving that shit, and he went to his fridge and ate it. But
shout out to P. Diddy, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dylon.
Yeah, Dylon, man.
Hottest artist. Dylon.
Spits hot.
I remember that.
Fire.
Whatever happened to Dylon?
What's his thing on what happened to the Making the Band people, and all of them kind of.
They never made it. Or did one of them make it?
I think Ness is battling.
Yeah, he's battled for a minute.
Yeah, he's battling. I think Frederick is. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Chopper was too fucking big-headed, man. He couldn't fucking get out of his own way. He thought he was the shit.
I think that was the guy that ate the whatever in his fridge. Yeah, I'm just calling it a cheesecake, but he ate something from PD's fridge.
Yeah, he thought he was a shit. And then the other chick, the light-skinned chick, I think she had some like domestic disputes, some crazy shit with her husband. Like she fucked her husband up, and she was the one that went to jail.
Was she's the one that was the abuser?
I mean, it was one of those relationships, man, that just it quickly escalates to physical altercations, and police get called, and she was the one that fucked him up, so she ended up going to jail one time. I believe, we don't fact check all the time in this show, so, but last I remember that was the case. That show is entertaining as fuck, man.
Yeah.
And their CD actually wasn't that bad, honestly. I'd heard worse.
You guys remember that big female rapper that he brought back to help them on a track? It was
you mean big as in like big or like she was?
Yeah, she was fat? Like. No, she wasn't fat. Well, she was fat, but she was also tall, so she was big, and she had that deep voice. And she came back for like an episode or something just to do a song with him, and like she got pissed off and broke the glass.
Was she originally on the show and they came back, or she somebody else?
She was on it, and then I guess she got booted off or something. Damn.
And people be blowing their chances, man. Like, come on.
Spotlight's not for everybody, man. There's a lot of pressure. Oh. Them lights is hot.
So I want to tell everyone about our YouTube page. We have a YouTube page called Big Time Nights, so go ahead and check it out. If you like our content, go ahead and subscribe. We also have a Facebook page. We're on Apple iTunes, Google Play. Everything's Big Time Nights. And I have my own personal Instagram.
Tell them, T, everything is big, bro.
Everything is big at Big Time Nights.
Hey, man.
He's going to get the biggest of us right here.
Big bada boom.
Instagram. I'm
On the gram?
You can find me at T-Val Peace and Love.
T-Val's flexing on your ass too.
Or actually, T-Val Peace above all. I set my own Instagram wrong.
Don't be scared.
I have a bunch of fitness videos up there and all sorts of stuff. So go ahead and check it out. If you guys have Instagrams, let the people know, or anything like that you want to promote.
Look.
Okay, I guess you guys got nothing.
Nah,
not at this time. Yeah, just do what T said.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna start off. Want to talk about? Have you guys saw the new anything on Baldur's Gate 3?
Yeah, man, saw a little bit. Reminded me of a game that you and I are familiar with. So it's not a bad place to start. Divinity was awesome. So
yeah, there's the Lorien Studios, the people who made Divinity and Divinity Original Sin 2, are taking over the Baldur's Gate series, and I only played Divinity Original Sin 2, but it came out in 2017, and that was my favorite game of that year. Probably almost my favorite game of the decade.
Hey T, tell them who plugged you.
Oh man.
No, I played that game. No, I
knew you was gonna do some shit like this.
No,
man.
listen.
I knew you was gonna pull some shit like this, Terrell. Tell him who plugged you.
I had my eyes on that game before you said something,
okay,
but then I didn't pay any attention until you actually bought it, and then I went back to it and I bought it and I got hooked on it.
You see how T didn't want to give my credit, man?
I'm just saying, I'm keeping it real.
I have my eye on it.
Keeping it real.
You got your eye on a lot of shit. I don't mean you buying it.
I'm keeping it real, man. I follow that game, but that game was cold in many ways. You could do so many things. You can everyone's like situations and decisions will be different. And you can play 4 players, co-op, and all that kind of stuff. I played by myself, and I played lone wolf, so I use only 2 characters, but they're more powerful because you're using less characters. But it was insanely fun. And some of the complaints about Baldur's Gate 3 is that it looks like Divinity Original Sin 2. It just has the Baldur's Gate formula on it.
Well, it's still very early, man. So I think they'll change. They'll update the update it graphically a little bit, so it won't look exactly like Divinity. Obviously, there'll be some similarities. They're both being developed by Larian Studios.
Yeah.
So
I'm not mad at it, man.
It's not a bad thing.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, man. I'm sure they'll update some stuff. The game's still a ways out, so they got plenty of time to work on that, on the graphics and whatnot. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, man.
If
you are RPG, if you like RPGs in any way, and you have a PC, Divinity is definitely a purchase that you want to make. If you missed out on that game, man, you really missed out on a hell of a game. So if you have a PC, go and pick that up. Check it out. It's worth it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Still $40 definitely for still purchasing. It's that good.
Yeah. You can't play original Divinity 2 with other people, but the way you play is, one person has to make the decisions and you have to join their party. You can't really bring your own character or anything like that. So
right.
It's like you hop into their gameplay at that moment, and you hop into their gameplay session, someone else's gameplay session. So I mean, I guess it's fun if you want to role play from the beginning, but none of us have time like that.
Yeah, you better be best fucking buddies and have the same schedule too.
I mean,
motherfuckers gonna be playing that shit for a long time together.
To be honest, I could see us probably doing that maybe back in high school or middle school, something like that, where we go home and then we log onto our characters and finish the story, but not anymore. Can't do that.
Yeah, either when you're in high school or you're old as fuck and you're retired.
Yeah.
Then maybe you can come back to it.
When you're old as fuck and have time for MMOs.
Right.
Because I wasted some good years on MMOs. I wish I could get back. Fuck.
All right, well, tell me about it, Terrell, man. What's going on with that?
Shit, T, might as well.
You know how the MMO sucks you in, Jack.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I almost
And,
took a Comcast remote to the back of the head just to eat a mouse. Okay. I'm talking about the old Comcast remote, not the new one, the little sleek one. I'm talking about that old, big, fucking hammer ass fucking Comcast remote, man. Hey, I remember I might have been, it's probably like, hour 8 I had been on. It was getting late in the evening, and my girl, she had said something to me, and I was like, yeah, whatever. And then I get to it. I was like, a couple minutes went by. Fucking her seeing the remote whiz right by my head and hit the TV screen, hit the monitor. I just looked back at her and I got off. I quickly got off. So
that was it.
yeah. That was a lesson to be learned. A lesson that I learned.
Yeah, I first started MMOs way back when I was like 16 with Final Fantasy 11, but I didn't get like hooked onto MMOs until I was a freshman at UW, and I was playing WoW when it first came out, World of Warcraft, and dude, like I've never been as hardcore in any game since that time because I was in a guild, and we were taking down all the content, so we had to be there. It was like a job. You had to be at certain places at certain times to be able to raid and all that kind of shit. And I did it, vanilla World of Warcraft, so it was pretty difficult, but I was there. I was part of the hardcore guild, but I sacrificed, some real life shit doing that, playing that kind of game. I didn't go out on dates that I had, I didn't go out
Talk
with.
about it, T.
Huh?
Talk about it, T. Talk about the damage it can do, man. Okay,
Oh
you're
yeah,
recovering.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
man.
Yeah,
You're a recovering victim.
I yeah, so I missed out on dates. I didn't go out with friends. Like I made up excuses like not to go out with some of you guys at times. Hey man,
I remember.
I
T,
got
I
too
remember.
much homework and shit like that. you know?
Oh,
I
so
would
the
just
homework was a ploy? Oh man. Nah, man, it can't come out, man. I got homework. Man, Charles
It
be
just
tripping,
just
man.
just real quick, just because all listeners might not know what MMOs are, it's massive multiplayer online game. So you're in there, and you're playing with hundreds of thousands to millions of people, and it can really truly consume you. It's easy to get. It's once you, like it takes a time to learn it, but once you learn it, the more you learn, the more dangerous it can get. Because the
yeah.
more the chances of you being hooked and playing it um, increase. So if you play MMOs now, man, just they're good games, but they can really take a lot of your time.
Yeah,
Okay?
especially the old school MMOs like people know what World of
They're
Warcraft
designed to
is
keep you in the game.
when the general regular person hears World of Warcraft, they know what that is, but they might not know how you describe MMO. So that's
Right.
what it's the type of game World of Warcraft is. Um, and back in the day, it used to be extremely time consuming. Like nowadays, if you play MMO, they made it so that it's not as time consuming unless you want it to be. Unless you want to be on the forefront of everything, it can be still as time consuming. It can be like a
Right.
second job. But
Oh yeah.
they made things in a way that you can play it casually. But back in the day, I mean, there was nothing casual about it. Certain dungeons that take 20 minutes to do today took hours. Sometimes you had to
At least 45
log
minutes
off.
or an
Yeah,
hour and shit.
yeah. Sometimes didn't we have to sometimes log off in the dungeon or something like that, or yeah,
Yeah, man.
just because we couldn't finish it, then log back
Pick it
on whenever
pick it
you know.
back up.
But
And shifting to B real quick, T.
yeah.
B, didn't you touched on MMOs a little bit too, didn't you? Did you play Final Fantasy?
Yeah, played Final Fantasy 15 for a little bit,
Oh,
and
that's oh,
yeah,
14 or 15. 14 is the
fi-
MMO.
14, my bad.
Yeah.
And aside from that, man, I don't have a whole lot of experience in there.
You played on PS4, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
I say the Defiance may have been the first one, which isn't
Oh
the best
no, yeah,
one
no,
to
oh
jump
no, no,
into.
oh no, B, no. not me. No. I don't know what that was, man. I don't know what Defiance was. Look, man, Defiance was a game, bro. Okay. In what game are people driving around fighting aliens in Dodge Challengers? I'm not making this up, bro. You're driving around in a Dodge Challenger, okay, and you have like 40-man raids and everybody's shooting this alien, and there's people just randomly driving around through the goddamn fight in Dodge Challengers.
Isn't that what people are doing in Crackdown?
The old ass Crackdown that came out for Xbox.
Well, I never really played the Crackdowns, but whenever I seen like screenshots or videos of it, it looked pretty crazy. Like you drive like a GTA, but with hella wild shit in it.
Crackdown was like, it was just pure mayhem, man. It was, yeah, I mean, it was GTA like ish, but not really, because you gain powers and you were jumping super high from building to building and blowing shit up, and it was mindless mayhem. It was the first two were pretty fun, but it gets pretty stale pretty quick. It's not gonna keep you, definitely not gonna keep you invested for more than fucking 5-6 hours.
Yeah, man. I think the only reason we kept playing Defiance was the fact that we were all getting together to play.
Right. And we paid $60.
Whew.
I think
full price for that shit. And that ticket later dropped to like $5 or something crazy. Man.
What was that on the PS4?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
No, I think it was. I think this was pretty far. I think this was before the PS4, so it might have been.
Oh, you're right. It might have been Xbox.
60.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right.
60.
It's Xbox. The graphics were shit.
Hey, but that Black Dodge Challenger was clean though.
Yeah, sure was.
I remember us having fun. See the kind of games that we could get lost in, but you could quit at any time or stop at any time, or like Left 4 Dead, shit like that. I remember us having fun in that. Even Monster Hunter, I don't know. Monster Hunter World, we got kind of addicted to that, and we took down a lot of content pretty quickly. We kind of burnt out actually.
Yeah.
What was that other one? Dying Light. That was a pretty good game.
Yeah, Dying Light was fun,
I didn't play that with you guys.
Dying Light was fun, man. Once you got to higher levels, it lost a lot of its flair because you became so powerful.
Yeah.
Like, and even you could fight the zombies at nighttime, and that was kind of the thing is you had to, avoid the nighttime because the zombies got stronger. But once you got the high enough level, you can fuck with them. But yeah, fun game, man. Fun game nonetheless.
Okay, so the other game I want to talk about was Nioh 2, and I know you played Nioh 1, Jack. Did you play the first? Did you play the first Nioh, Barnes?
I think I just played the demo of it.
Okay, because the demo, that Nioh, the first Nioh, that demo was ridiculously hard. It was, it's like
I had fun with it.
Yeah, but it wasn't like when the regular game came out. The difficulty wasn't as hard as for some of those areas, the difficulty wasn't like the demo of Nioh. And I have a feeling like the new one is just like that because I've seen some people complain about the difficulty and artificial difficulty and whatnot. But I think it's just a demo thing. They're just testing out shit, and once the real game comes, it's not going to be like that. But I'll show a little gameplay loop as I'm playing this. I'm gonna have the audio down to avoid any kind of possible copyright shit.
Yeah.
Strike your ass down.
You're not trying to have that on a new fucking channel. But let's see. But yeah, I thought
but you're not really the oh, go ahead, take my fault.
No, go ahead.
I was saying, you're not really the Dark Souls type, right? You don't really play too much Dark Souls.
Yeah, I played it once, a few of them. I think I just finished number 2, and that was the only I completed. But
okay.
I'm not the person that'll sit there and go head on to a thing unless there's a gun involved.
Right.
Game, I'm all for it, but
there's a gun right here. There's
Good job,
guns in the game.
Good job, Terrell. But I mean, I've never been a fan of this type of fantasy stuff. I've always been kind of like the Mass Effect type games.
I feel
like throw me in space, give me a ship, give me some weird weapons and some magic, and I'm good.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm not going to try to convince you to play a game that you might not feel like, you're into, because it's just not the kind of game you play.
Nah,
what are you trying to say, T?
Nah, man, don't use that.
Yeah, what you trying to get at?
Don't use that.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
T, man, this,
he has his own, choices and opinions of what he likes,
Well, that's not saying I haven't played them, because I play Final Fantasy.
I mean, I played all these games. I give them a try.
Except Tarkov, but anyway.
Except for Tarkov, but
I tried it, but we'll get to that later.
Okay,
tried it. But anyways, I think these games are different than Dark Souls in a way that is more combat oriented. Like it's more. I think the combat's more visceral. Is like Dark Souls is a lot more methodical, a lot more blocking, shielding, shit like that, and understanding the pattern, and then leveling up and all that kind of stuff. You could do the same in this game. The difference between this game and like a game like Sekiro, which frustrated the hell out of me.
I don't know why.
Really
man, T, man, just say it, man. You don't like these challenges, man, that really push you to the brink.
Sekiro was cheap in a lot of places, man.
Sekiro, no, man. Sekiro is nowhere near. T, there's people that beat Sekiro without taking a hit, brother.
Yeah,
and there's people that beat Sekiro without blocking.
Marcus beat that game in record time, and I want to know how. Unless he was looking at videos about strategies and shit.
There's no strategy. It's simply
Jack. There is strategies in that game. I've used the strategy to beat a boss.
All you have to do is time your blocks. That's it. You can kill bosses without even striking them.
Well, it doesn't matter. I already beat the game. I'm done with it. Fuck that game. A lot of bullshit. Sekiro 2.
I'll be ready. I will be ready.
Tell me how you really feel, Terrell.
You never played that, right? B?
Nah. Oh, I already knew it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna waste my money on it.
That it's different in Dark Souls, and
shit.
It's made by the same people that made Dark Souls. I like Dark Souls like better, like that kind of game better. But it's more like, because people went into it with that Dark Souls mentality, so dodging and or blocking and shit. But you can't really do that in Sekiro. It's actually better if you constantly attack.
Guard.
Hey man, you're gonna get.
It's a combination of both.
It's more heavy on, I think, attacking. Like if you're more aggressive, then you're gonna, like Dark Souls. If you're patient, methodical.
If you time your block perfectly, their meter will go up huge chunks. The better you time the guard.
You mean like parry?
The more, the better your parry is, the better your timing, the more that their bar will go. And once their stance goes, once it goes all the way up, then you can just attack them and death blow them. So you can literally never attack, and then get their meter all the way up if you parry it correctly. That game is all timing, man. It's all timing and rhythm.
But in that game, you don't see people replaying that game like they do Bloodborne and shit like that.
Yeah, you do.
It's not as much, man. Not as much. Bloodborne was a far superior game, in my opinion.
Bloodborne better.
Come on, you can't.
No, I'm trying to think, man. No, man, because T, you did only. I would give Bloodborne the edge because there's a little more content to do, as far as the game goes, and there's more like items and equipment. Like Sekiro, only thing I didn't like about Sekiro is there wasn't like any extra costumes or like extra weapons or armors or anything like that. Like it was just straight, like you start the game, and I liked it, but at the same time I was kind of like, it'd be cool to have like something extra for more replayability.
Yeah.
you know. But other than that, man, everything else was great. It was great, man. Like figuring out how to beat those bosses and everything. That shit was fun as hell, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it also when I beat something, it didn't give me the same kind of uh satisfying pleasure that I did with the other kind of Souls games.
What? You didn't feel that after beating the what's the name? The dude at the
No,
top of the Genichiro, whatever his name is?
no, I was like, no, because at some point I was like, fuck this guy, and then when I finally beat him, I was like, fuck off, you know, I'm on to the next one, you know, I was just over it, you know, uh, and same thing with like after you beat him, there was a mini boss, a guy with a long ass samurai sword in a small ass room. I wonder, did I end up beating him? I think you have to beat him. I forget. He's in the same area, Jack, but he has his long ass samurai sword in a small ass room. And you
Is it
have to
the
try to.
older guy?
I think he is. I'm not about to try to find him, but anyways, it just they do that shit on purpose too. You could tell.
Mm.
And, and once you get up to one of those on top of those buildings, there's those flying things that are way off in the distance, and then they fly in on you and they make a loud ass sound as they're about to hit you. Remember that shit? Like
I,
those crows.
yeah, I remember part of it. It was, I haven't played. It's been a while since I played it, but
Um,
there was a few annoying enemies in Sekiro for sure.
yeah.
But
Sounds
all the
like
Souls
you're having
games have
fun,
that.
bro.
What was that?
Sounds like you're having fun.
Oh hell
Oh, he
no, it's
was.
torture. And then the monkey boss, and you beat him, you slice his head off, and then he comes back. Like fuck. And the fight
There's an
continues.
area. There's an area where you go back and you have to fight two of them.
Yeah, don't you have to do that? I
Mm,
did that, but
oh, I don't remember. I don't know
I
if you
think
had
it's
to or if
I
it was
think it's
optional.
part I think it's just part of playing the game. You have to do that. But
Oh,
anyways, we're
got it.
getting too into the
Right.
weeds and um but Neo 2, that's definitely a purchase for me. No matter what. I had a lot of fun with Neo 1 and hoping to have the same amount of fun, if not more, in Neo 2. Made by Team Ninja. Just waiting for them to do another Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah. Shall
Oh,
see,
I can
man.
go with it.
You played Ninja Gaiden, Barnes?
Yep.
That's kind of similar.
Nah, I mean, there's not a whole lot of thinking goes into this game, though.
I mean, it's like difficult. You charge abilities, you understand bosses' patterns and shit like that. So
Yeah. Fucking fight that camera.
yeah, yeah, get
That
that
shit
lock
A
got me
lot of
on.
those
killed.
games, man.
That shit got me killed many a times.
And so have you guys like GameStop? You know, is looking like there are rough times right now.
Yeah, they've been in rough times for a while, man. They've been
Yeah,
shutting GameStops down for a minute. Um, I mean, shit. If you look at GameSpot, man, and you just their overall customer service and their programs, and they've been getting away with a lot of shit for a long time, man. Like you can
Yeah.
only get away with that type of shit for so long when motherfuckers is trading in a whole system, and you're like, yo, yeah, we'll give you $50, or we'll give you $60 store credit, or some bullshit like that. I'm like, yo,
yeah,
I'm
it
trading you
was
in a whole fucking system, brother. Like, yo, what's
yeah,
up?
And then
it
they'll
was
mark it up 150%.
Yeah, then they put that shit right back out there and sell it because it's like they're gonna sell it for full price. So you're making $250 profit, after the system I just gave you, and I've kept this in good condition.
it was clever by them, but
Not too clever
but
'cause now they're going under.
yeah, I was about to say like it's they should have seen this coming. I mean, whoever's in your business meetings, you should have seen this coming. People are going more digital. They're
Right.
buying more games online, shit like that. And you should have switched this up or diversified or do whatever you got to do to switch up the company.
It's
And
kind of like a blockbuster.
Uh
Well,
huh.
yeah, profits are messed up.
they
They
thought they knew what the world wanted, and when they were wrong. That was the end of it.
Isn't Redbox still a thing?
Yep. I think isn't Redbox though? Aren't they like switching it up or something? Like, I thought I saw that they weren't doing video games anymore or something.
But
I'm not sure. I haven't bought a video game with them in a while.
Blockbuster, I think I saw someone trying to buy something for Redbox today, but Blockbuster could have did the same thing. You know, could have had their Blockbuster in the grocery stores and doing the same exact thing, or even doing the Netflix thing in the early days of mailing the DVDs and shit like that.
Well, Netflix is what ended Blockbuster.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
Right.
Blockbuster didn't pay it too much any mind. They're like, well, we're already established. We're the big dog here. You know, we got it going. You know, we got it down. But fucked up. And GameStop is looking at just, you know, they have these like video game. It's a lot for little kids and shit like that, but it's what do you call these gaming centers?
Internet cafe.
Yeah, internet cafe, and they do this a lot in Korea.
Mm-hmm.
But they have it here in GameStop, and this will be awesome if you were, you know, a little kid and you don't, you know, have a PC. Go play a little bit.
Right. Yeah, internet cafe. Yeah, internet cafes are big out there, man. But I don't know.
Kind of like doing a new age kind of arcade, basically. Play with all your friends and all that kind of stuff.
Games already there and all that. I see it.
They already got the gaming chairs too.
Yeah, GameStop, man, they're if you go inside of one, man, they're shifting from games. Like if you go in there, man, they got a lot of other shit in there, like stuffed animals and toys and like all this other shit. I'm like, I remember them having all this shit in GameStop, you know, some time ago.
That's smart. It's number one. It's becoming that place to buy gaming related shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then if you want to buy a game, you can. But as far as buying from them, I'm cool, man.
Yeah. Like, they'll be more smart to add on more shit other than games, you know, like bring in anime, bring in, you know, shit like that can appeal to younger audience. Doing whatever or holding tournaments and shit like that. You're a place to go to hold local game tournaments, stuff like fun stuff like that. Like Jack, if GameStop had like Smash Brother tournaments back in the day, you probably would have went.
Yeah, probably.
Local GameStop.
They'd have to fix the AC though, man.
Yeah, oh yeah, man. It'd be smelling like ass and armpits in those GameStops.
I don't know how that happens, man.
Yeah, it'd be smelling like straight ass in them GameStops. For real.
But on to the next topic. So I want to talk about Tarkov and Final Fantasy 11.
Tarkov and Final Fantasy 11.
So Final Fantasy 11 is an MMO. You know, we already talked about MMOs, and it was my first MMO I ever got into back when I was like 16. And at first I wanted to play EverQuest, but I had no idea how to set it up and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, let me hop onto. I like Final Fantasy because I played Final Fantasy 9 and let me try and 10. So let me try out this Final Fantasy 11 MMO. And at that time, it was already like kind of established because they had a Japanese only game, the Japanese only Final Fantasy 11. Then it came to the Western side of the world, and so I got on that, and I got addicted to it. And the way it relates to Tarkov, in my opinion, is they're both kind of hardcore games. And Final Fantasy 11 is one of those old school kind of MMOs where nothing is really handed to you. Everything, nothing's even explained to you, really. I remember early on, I had a quest, and I asked some player character, how am I supposed to start this quest? Like, what am I doing? And he told me, just read the quest text. It tells you, and that's a damn lie, because that text did not say shit about where to go, what to do, or anything. It was cryptic as hell, and so I know he was just bullshitting, and so I had to look online for everything. How to do this? Look online for the maps. Look online to know where people spawn. Uh, to where people with a specific treasure spawn, and then there's treasure hunters, and you can make certain characters and builds to camp out, or know when someone spawns, what time they spawn, and go, and then try to go and kill them to get their loot, and they might not always drop the loot, and then you can sell that for millions and shit like that, a gil. And so it's just everything is uh, just pretty much, you have to do everything from scratch, and you could build yourself up if you put in the time, all that kind of stuff. You could build yourself up and be a beast of a character and have all your shit. If you die, you don't lose your gear or anything like that, but you lose a lot of experience. You can even lose levels, and it takes hours to gain levels in that game. And so that's why I think it reminds me of Tarkov in that way. That can be very hardcore, but if you put in the time and investment, it could be a fun game. But I'm not trying to do that in the game right now. I'm just not really trying to go.
Well, here's the thing. You're comparing a pure old school MMO to Tarkov, and it's not nearly that much time. Nearly that much time. And the thing about Tarkov too, man, is I mean, you got to put the time into it, but as with any game, if you put more time into it, you're gonna get better. But that's also the fun part of Tarkov, man, is that it doesn't hold your hand throughout the learning process. And you can have players, and I see it all the time, man. I've been killed by players who are much less skilled than me. You can have players that aren't very good, maybe as far as first person shooting, but because Tarkov is such a different type of game, man, you can just knowing when to move, where players spawn, knowing where certain items spawn, and being at the right place at the right time, and as you learn the game and you play it, you get more of a knack for it, and you start to learn the maps, and you start to learn, okay, this part of the map, this is probably there's more high traffic here. I'm more likely to die if I go this way. Okay, if I go here, I'm less likely to run into players. But I could take this route and get this item that may spawn here and then go out to this route. So the thing about Tarkov, man, is you can play it. You can be one of those guys that just simply wants to just kill every player he sees. You can do that. Or you can be that player that's just trying to scavenge. Like when me and B play, like B is more like, hey man, I'm trying to get the ammo, I'm trying to get the items, I'm trying to get the hell out of here. And I'm like, yo, B, I want smoke. I'm trying to kill motherfuckers. But we can still kind of meet in the middle, and B will go and get his items, and I'll go and get shot in the head, and then B will get his items and he'll extract. But that's the beauty of Tarkov, man. You can play it how you want to play it. See, you don't have to come in that game with guns a blazing and do all this, but you have to be able to be like, all right, I died. It's not the end of the fucking world. Cool. On to the next one. You have to be able to take a loss, man, because for every loss you take, you learn a new lesson. I think that's another one of my favorite things about Tarkov is you're always learning. Like every death is a lesson. You go, okay, well, damn, now I know not to do that. And you go, oh, well, shit, motherfucker just shot me in the head out of nowhere. Now I know not to go to that area at the beginning of the game because the players are all spawning in. So if everybody's spawning in and we're all converging to one area, you need to be aware, hey, more than likely, there's going to be a player that's coming from from the east side. So I need to be wary. And that's the beauty of it, man. That's the beauty of it. And then you have those games, those amazing games where you kill 2 and 3 geared man squads with minimal gear, and now you have all their shit, and now you get to extract. And guess what? Now you have all these expensive items that you get to use from a player that was 30 levels higher than you. And that's the great part, man. You can be a level 3 and kill a level 50 player, and now you have his gear. But the Tarkov taketh, and this they say this on Reddit all the time. Tarkov taketh, Tarkov giveth. You know what I'm saying? But it's real shit, man. And there's gonna be that one level 10 player that kills you and gets your gear. You know? But that's the part of it, man. You high risk, you put on the gear, you put on the good shit. Yeah, you're at risk of losing it, but your chances of surviving are much, much higher. So it's a trade-off, man. You just have to let it gear. You just have to understand, man. Like gear is you're gonna get more gear. It's gonna happen. You have to
If it
accept you're
comes
gonna
and
lose it.
goes.
Exactly. You're gonna lose it, man, but you're gonna get so much more shit. And don't worry about money. Don't worry about the gear you have. Your scav will get once you learn how to scav and scavenge your loot and where to pick up the loot, it'll be second nature to you, man. When you lose that fucking $500,000 kit, yeah, it's gonna suck, but you're gonna be like, hey, I don't know how to get that back. So that's Tarkov in a nutshell for you, T. I implore you, T, to really give it another chance, man,
I'll
because
give it
you're
another
really
shot
you
one day.
you will, yeah, especially once you get to a point, man, where you're killing and then we can basically just run the map. That's when Tarkov gets fun, man.
So I'm showing you in the background gameplay footage of Final Fantasy 11, and this scene right here. This is what I used to do for hours. Like this is a party. I think they're leveling, just killing these things and leveling. And you stand and do this, kill one, bring another, and you do that for hours. Like when you look at it, it looks like how in the fuck are you doing that? But I don't know. MMOs do something. They do something to you. Like when you're in it and you're going full blaze and 100% in it, it just pulls you in and you don't understand how much time can be wasted doing that.
They hook
But
you, man. That's what they're designed to do. They're designed to keep you in them, to
you
keep
know,
you playing.
but I mean, I could see myself playing it again when I'm an old man and have nothing else to do, whatever. But not right now, man. I'm trying to get things done. But off of that, have you guys seen the Candyman trailer?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hell yes. And produced by Jordan Peele, man. Hey,
Yeah.
anything
Not
with Jordan
directed,
Peele's name
but
on it?
produced.
Exactly. Produced. Isn't it a female director actually has directed this?
I don't know.
I think it is.
Let me look it up.
Hey.
Director Nia DaCosta.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
a young
Hey,
woman too.
African American female. There are not many of those out there directing movies, especially feature films with major theatrical releases. So
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
that's a big deal, man. It's a big deal.
And wait, is that her?
That's funny. It does look like her. But nah, man, Candyman, bro, that strikes, that goes back, man, because that shit used to scare the shit out of me as a kid.
Yeah, man.
That shit was real.
Nah,
But
yeah, man.
I really like what they're doing. Um, with this one, they're not just bringing back Tony Todd and just. Oh, I didn't even notice that it was this reflection in that little mirror. I just noticed that. That was awesome.
Where?
Yeah, go back to that. See that? See the hook? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
filthy. I just noticed that.
Um, I only heard the original Candyman's voice, but I wonder if we'll actually see him in the movie.
I think we will because he's gonna be in it. He's signed on to play Candyman, so I don't think we'll see him in like a pure. Well, maybe we will. We'll have to see. But like if you look during these trailers, you can see his reflection in some of the scenes. But you have to
This
really.
woman right here, I wonder if she's that original. Like, she looks familiar. Like, I think she's the original white woman in the other Candy in the original Candyman.
Didn't she die?
Yeah, but they could bring them back. Just they're not the same person, but
Mm.
uh, let me look it up.
Yeah, I really like the direction they're going with this one. I like how you're kind of trying to figure out like
No, it's not her.
is he some type of descendant of Candyman or like what is happening here? Why is he? Because he says in the trailer like I guess he found me.
Whoa,
Like
I
what does
have
he
to.
mean
You
by
have
that?
to pay attention to the mirrors and shit.
Yeah,
It
that's
could
his thing,
be.
man.
Let me see if I could slow this down. And I hope I could get. I hope this works so I don't get copyrighted. Like I hope it's fine just playing it without the volume.
Yeah, as long as you don't have the volume, I think you're good.
Maybe 0.5.
1.5.
No, if you're trying to go slower, you would go.
Oh, what was I doing it faster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't see nothing there.
Jordan Peele
Know
so
what it is.
clever with his
Whoa,
shit.
what's wrong with his face right here?
Yeah, it's crazy. I think it's like he's like transforming or something.
Huh. And to the listeners, we're just watching the Candyman trailer, just in slow mo with volume off to look at specific parts and that are intriguing to us. Oh, that's most likely him right there.
Oh, yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Damn,
But
man.
oh,
Dipped out on this girl, it looked like.
did you see right here?
Yep.
Yep.
People were trying to back in the day in like 2009 or something like that. It looks like he's always a shadow. He's right here, dragging him. Okay, we already know she's dead.
Yeah, hopefully they don't show too much during these trailers, man. A lot of these trailers, sometimes they show way too much.
What the hell
Yep.
is with his face?
They end
I
up
think
giving up the plot and everything before you even watch it.
Yeah, man.
yeah. They were saying that he like I think this character might be like he might be turning into Candyman or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
uh,
Hey, that looks
Yeah.
scary as shit right there. Go back to that. Look at her
if you
face though.
saw
Look
it
at her
at the
face. Look at her
house,
face though. Look at she's like, what the fuck is happening right now? This motherfucker floating?
okay. They were trying to back in the late 2000s. They were trying to make how they were doing all those like Freddy versus Jason stuff like that. Um, well, that's definitely some. They were trying to make a Candyman versus. Whoa, hold up.
Sure then.
Oh, that's that one black dude way back in the beginning. Um, they're gonna make a Candyman versus Hellraiser.
Yeah, Tony Todd was like, no, fuck that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
to be honest, Candyman will get his ass whooped big time.
and it just be stupid, man. And Tony Todd said it best. He was like, yo, man, I would never disrespect the character or doing some dumb shit like that.
And
Yeah, sure.
they're probably gonna make it so that he comes out of the hood and all that kind of shit. And they were going to do they were also going to try to do a Candyman versus Leprechaun.
Yeah, that would have been horrible.
What? Versus
Yeah,
Leprechaun.
Hey,
man.
remember I didn't watch the movie, but
Hey,
even as a little kid, I thought Leprechaun from the Hood or something
that
like
shit
that.
is funny as fuck, man. They're so fucking bad. Like that's one of those things you should really kick back, smoke some weed, and watch Leprechaun from the Hood just in succession. Those movies are funny as shit, man. They're so fucking bad. But that's what kind of makes them what they are. They're hood classics, like true hood classics. Yeah, they're worth.
Tales from the Hood. Man, that
Yeah.
shit had me scared when I was little.
Hey, yeah, hey, Tales from the Hood, man. Hey, that the one with the beast with David Allen Greer, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that shit had everybody around. It was beating the shit out of that little kid, man. Every night for no reason.
Oh man.
I'm going crazy as shit. Hey, that one used to scare me too. That one right there with the cop. When the cops
This one?
killed that dude. Yeah, when the cops killed that dude and he came back, he fucked him up.
I think the
Oh,
funniest
that
one
guy.
is the
I
one
remember
with
that.
little,
I remember that guy's face.
Crazy as hell.
the ones with the dolls, the little nigglets.
They're
Yeah,
called
man.
Niglets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
hey.
Come on.
Hey man, it was a different time back then.
Yeah,
Miglets. That sounds like something Dave Chappelle would make up.
Hey, man. Shout out to Dave Chappelle too, man.
But
hope he comes out with some new content soon.
You
Might be
always
another
be working on
5
specials and shit.
Might be another 5-10 years where he put some shit out.
Yeah, or he just come out with a spell show again.
Yo, didn't Netflix give him like 20 million, bro, just for like some shit he had just sitting around? Bro, he had some shit that he did that was just sitting around. They're like, yo, we'll give you 20 million for it. He's like, all right.
And Netflix paying everyone. These motherfuckers are getting paid over this shit.
Yeah, man. Their
But
pockets
hey, he's getting his just desserts because who knows what would happen if he would have continued on Dave Chappelle show, and he was already kind of they were wearing him out even with 2 seasons, and who knows if the quality of the shows would have went downhill, then his popularity would have fell. But because he stepped away the way he did, people loved him. He was popular everywhere he went. People wanted him to come back so much. Like, his hype was unreal. So I wonder if it's a blessing in disguise. And now he's getting all the money, that he deserves, basically. And
I think it was money all to begin with, because I'm pretty sure he was
it
like,
was
I
money.
know what I'm worth, and you guys are gonna pay me it. All right, then I'm out.
Well, they offered him 50 million.
He left the first time?
Yeah.
Hey, they offered him 50 million though, and that was unheard of back then.
He said he was doing a skit one time for the for season 3.
Yeah.
And there was a dude, and he said the dude just kept laughing at him.
I remember that.
Yeah, and he was like, yo, he wasn't laughing with me. This motherfucker was literally laughing at me.
Yeah.
Fucking skit I was doing.
You can tell the difference between if someone's laughing with you or laughing at you.
Yeah, and he was
even as
out.
A comedian, like
he was working like 18-hour days, didn't get to see his family. Like, there was a lot of shit going on, man. And he was fighting every day with Comedy Central because they wanted to stop him from using the word nigga and a whole bunch of shit, man.
Yeah.
And Dave Chappelle was like, look, man, if you guys gonna let me do the show, you guys gonna let me do the show. And there's a lot. But yeah, Comedy Central, they were paying him, bro. They were like, look, we'll pay you. They had the checks on the table ready to go.
And who did they replace him with? They replaced him with a joke stealer. Remember Carlos Mencia?
Oh yeah, Mr. Joke Stealer himself. And I was kind of mad too, man, that Donnell Rawlings and I think it was Charlie Murphy too.
Yeah.
That they put those lost episodes out. That's just I didn't like that, bro. Like, yo, man, that's your boy.
They probably got approval from Dave, to be honest. Like, or they probably got Dave's blessing because they're friends with Dave. So they probably.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I still would have been like, Dave, I'm not gonna do this without you, man.
But I mean, like,
put these out
for them.
Unless he specifically asked him to, then I'll understand. He was like, yo, I want you guys to do that.
If I give you my blessing and there's good content that we all have like put together and we're part of it, and you guys have the opportunity to make money from it, I already made my money, but I made the decision to step away. You guys didn't make that decision. And if there's an opportunity for you guys to make money off of the work we did, then hey, it's all you. Go ahead and do. You have my blessing. I'm the one that decided to step away from the work that we created. So that's how I look at that. But
well,
anyways,
got 60 mil from Netflix for those specials.
Yeah, bro.
For 3 specials? Altogether it's been 3 specials.
Bro, he recorded those a long time ago. I think he said he was doing stand up, bro, and he would just go to random places and just do these stand ups. He would even come to Seattle sometimes and do it like in the middle of the fucking like in the middle of a public place to start doing stand up. Can you imagine that being somewhere like in the park or somewhere downtown and fucking Dave Chappelle's doing stand up right there in the middle?
Man. To have that clout, man, must be awesome. Well, it could be, and it could not be in ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, you'd want that, Terrell?
What was that?
You'd want that?
No, that's why I thought about it. I was like, it could be good, and sometimes it could be not good because you can't really go anywhere privately unless you cover yourself up completely.
Right.
That's when you hired bodyguards to watch
Yeah,
Price of
over
but
your
fame.
home.
I don't always want to be walking. Sometimes I just want to go somewhere by myself.
Price
You
of
know,
fame. You get famous,
Yep.
that shit ain't happening. You ain't going nowhere.
but yeah, you lose out on that freedom. But I mean, you want that money and fame, or would you rather not have it? You know, I'm guessing every single one of them will say yes. I'd rather have it.
Bro, fame is one of the craziest things, bro, I have seen. I remember I was working at I used to work at AMC movie theaters and I was working at the cash register. And it was like right around when the Dark Knight came out. So this had to be like when that come out? Maybe 2008, summer of 2008. I remember it was in the summertime. But I remember Ray J came through to watch the Dark Knight and he was ordering this shit. And then I remember this female coming up, taking her order because there was a huge crowd like around where he was in the theater he was coming out of. And she was like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "Oh, I think Ray J's in there." She's like, "Oh shit, I need to go over there." Like, man, she groupied up immediately. Immediately got all her shit together. She started doing her shit, bought some stuff, and dipped. Went straight to where Ray J was. I was like, wow, man.
I, I don't know, man. That's the difference. Hey, break it down. I don't. I think that's the difference between men and females. Like me as a male and all the other men I know in my life do not trip out if a famous person comes along or something like that. I don't give a fuck. Like
I
even with me, my idol, like my not my idol, but the guy I like a lot, like growing up and watching wrestling stuff, The Rock. I like The Rock a lot.
Yeah, I know. If I met The Rock, bro, I would be starstruck, man.
Yeah, I'll be
I have to
starstruck,
say.
but I'm not gonna go out of my way to go like drop everything I'm doing and go somewhere just to meet him.
So
Like
you're saying
if he
if you were like if they were like, "Hey T man, The Rock is right down the street from where you were," you saying you wouldn't get up and
bro right
go
down
kick
the
it?
street.
Uh,
See,
and it
that's the
falls
same thing
apart
though.
now. And it
That's the
falls
same thing.
apart.
I'm kidding.
It's the
Fuck it.
same thing. Hey man, if The
But it
Rock is
depends on
like,
what
if
I'm
like,
doing though. Depends
fuck
on
that,
what
I'm
I'm
about to
doing.
go see what's up with The Rock, man.
It depends. It wholly depends on what I'm doing. But I'm not about to uh, drop like if I'm at work or something like that. I'm not about to drop what I'm doing on a break or something like that and go quickly see him or if I had things to do. Like I don't know. I'm just I just don't care all that much. You know, I see him. I see him. I feel like I did that recently to a famous person that I liked. Um, you know, if we happen to cross paths, sure, I'm gonna go and see them and whatnot. But I'm not gonna stand in a long line just to meet them. It's just not gonna happen.
I will say I had a few years ago I went to a Corey Holcomb show up in Tacoma, and
He does live shows.
yep, it was a good show.
Shit, man, I
But
wish
you
I
know,
knew about that.
it was
I would
fun to
love to go
watch
there.
it. But
Well, was that
afterwards,
pre-planned? Was that pre-planned, or did he spontaneously show up?
oh, it was all pre-planned. I mean, I
Yeah,
had bought
that's
tickets
different.
beforehand.
That's
What
very
I'm
different.
saying is, afterwards, you're able to kick it and hang out with him because
Heck
that's just
yeah.
who he is.
I
Right.
mean,
And
you're
So
already there. You went to a show. Like I'm talking about something that's completely spontaneous.
well, I'm
Uh,
just saying that some people, they see people they like, they'll support them, and then they're like, all right, it was cool to see you, and I'm out.
5150.
Yep, for sure. And like how you were saying, I guess my personality is, oh, I see you, what's up, and then I'm out. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, hey, how about this autograph? How about you take a selfie with me? Nah, that's not me. I ain't trying to take a selfie.
Yeah.
No celebrity. But I'd be like, hey, I saw him. I'd be like, hey man, I
Yeah.
saw what's his name? What's up?
So you got to meet Corey?
Yep.
That's what's up, man. How was he? What you expect?
Just
What you
like
would
you,
expect?
exactly like you would expect, man.
No, Corey's a real motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
Damn, I fucks with Corey, man. Real shit.
On Twitter, I had to been like, hey man, the show was 100. He replied. He was like, "Cool." I was like, "Oh, there we go."
That's what's
That's
up.
exactly
I
what I
think
expect.
I think he got banned from Twitter now too.
Yeah, he was banned for a bit.
Corey Holcomb's hella funny, man. Him and Patrice O'Neal, man, some of the realest motherfuckers, man. It's sad. It's sad about Patrice, man. R.I.P. He had a lot to offer, man.
All
Big,
those
big
women,
fan of
man.
his content. Big fan of his content.
Are they all chasing the Beatles?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
I see some dudes up in there, but they're trying to just, hey, where are all the women going?
That shit.
There can be dude groupies too, man.
Look at that dude smiling like a motherfucker.
But see, back then it was a lot different. I mean, they didn't have the internet and access to a lot of the celebrities that we have nowadays.
That makes sense.
So if
So,
you
like-
heard they was around,
Yeah, it was a big.
That's your only chance in your lifetime.
motherfucker, you got one chance.
Yep. Hey, there was
That
no
makes-
photos on the regular. It was just
That makes more sense when you put it that way.
guess who's in town? The Beatles. They're like, what?
Where?
Throw my panties up there.
Yeah. Tell you, man, fame is one of the craziest things, man. It changes people. It makes people do shit you would never expect, man. It's a drug.
Okay, guys. About time to wrap it up.
BTK.
Yeah. BTK. Again, you guys can follow us on our YouTube page, Big Time Nights, Facebook page.
Check us out. I know we keep saying we're gonna get me and B gonna get webcams, man, but we really are. It's really coming up, I swear.
Yeah, man. It will happen.
I hope my mom move, okay? From my mom's, she's the one that doesn't disclose everything to me. Like she'd be like, "Hey son, can you help me move?" I'm like, "Yeah, mom, of course." But she don't say, "Hey son, you're gonna drive the U-Haul, you're gonna pick up the U-Haul, you're gonna drop off the U-Haul, okay? You're gonna go put all my shit in the storage, then you're gonna top my shit, you're gonna take it to the house, and then you're gonna drop us off, and then I'm gonna drop you off at your car." Okay.
Yeah, my mom did the same thing though.
My mom didn't tell me all that shit.
My mom did the same thing, and she was like, the same week. If you could get some of your friends to help, I'm like what? I thought we were just moving a few things. No, it's everything.
I'm like, what? And then
so
on top of that, my mom was like, "I'm gonna need you on Friday." I was like, "Oh, okay. What time?" She was like, 4:00 in the morning. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean? She's like, "Yeah, you gotta drop me off at the airport." Like, oh, hell no.
I didn't plan for this, you know. I didn't plan to wake up like this.
Oh, mom. Oh.
Hey, Terrell, man, when
Damn.
you had us wake up, was that a Sunday at 9 a.m?
Oh shit.
Oh, I was hot. I was like, man, Terrell got us waking up at 9 a.m.
Rough. He was
just to
trying
help
get that shit
move.
done. He was hella awake too, huh?
Yep. They're ready to go.
He was ready, doc.
I'm trying to get this shit over with, man. God, I hate moving.
Yo, man, waking up early on Sundays that's a crime, bro. That's a crime. And I wasn't even up early. It was like 11. Mom was like, be there at 11:30. I got there at like 1.
I tried to ask, like I tried to pre-plan everything, like okay, try to move all the little stuff, you know. Do what you gotta do so we're not carrying every little thing. You know? And I do that myself, you know. If I ask for help with any of my stuff, it's only gonna be like the big shit.
Right. But then when you help black people move too, man, like they don't be having shit ready, man. Everything be plugged in. The Comcast is still plugged in. You know what I'm saying? You still watching cable. Like how the fuck you still watching fucking cable TV and we moving right now? Why is that shit not transferred?
we gotta be out by the by
yeah, we gotta be out by 5. Like what?
Yeah. Like what?
And you have nothing packed. Like my sister had to come in. My mom was like, "Oh, can you take the table apart? And then can you take your sister's bed apart?" I'm like, "Mom, what the hell? You didn't tell me about none of this." So I'm like, "Mom, how does the table work? What do I do this?" She was like, "I don't know. Is the instructions over here? I think." I was like, "Mom, I don't know."
Hey, I got kids I gotta get back to.
Apart.
I got kids. I gotta get back to.
Man. I didn't even see my little man. I didn't see my youngest son, my oldest son, man. I didn't get to kick it with them at all Sunday.
We gotta Google the instructions on how to take this table down.
Yeah, I just started unscrewing shit. I was like, fuck it. I took the whole top off that motherfucker.
Did you have to put it back together? Or
Hell no. No, put that shit in the storage. That shit is locked up.
Oh, did you bring it to a public storage?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yep.
knowing one day you're gonna have to help move it to a.
I still got the Cobra. Actually, I will, because my mom gave me the key, so she was like, "Yeah, one day you gonna go back and get this shit."
No, you're like, no, you keep the key.
Yeah, mom was like, "No, son, you keep it. Your ass gonna go back and get that out of there. Go ahead and keep it."
Okay. All right, guys. Been a nice one. Until next week.
BTK in this mug. We ain't stopping. I'm telling you. We're coming
BTK
back harder and harder.
life.
Harder and harder. See, all motherfuckers start listening. Okay? Check it out. Check out the plugs. T, what was the plugs again? Hit them again with them, T.
The YouTube page, Facebook page, under Big Time Nights. We're on Apple iTunes, Google Play. You can follow me on my personal Instagram, TVal Peace Above All. And these guys are working on their plugs. You know, they're.
You ain't gonna follow me on Instagram. How about that?
Okay. His Instagram is private.
I got a Twitter, but ain't shit on there.
Yeah. Not yet.
Yeah, we'll play. I'll plug
followers. Maybe these guys will open it up, but I'm for everyone. I got workout videos and all that kind of shit on mine, so come and look at it. But anyways, until next week, BTK out.
Okay.
Peace.